My name is Brad Berg. I live in Toronto with my husband, Brian Rolfes. We are both graduates of the College of Law, U of S. I'm a lawyer at Blake Castles in Graydon, and he is a management consultant at McKinsey.
I came out relatively late in life at age 26, and I think a lot of that was because of the internalized homophobia that I had, which is that this was not a good thing. I didn't see role models, and I just sort of felt like this was not something that somebody who was good could be. As I grew and as I moved to Ottawa and then to Oxford, I realized that there are actually positive role models out there, and that this wasn't a false dichotomy of either being good or being gay.
I didn't come out until I was 23 after law school. Then I met Brian. Then we moved to Toronto. So this is the early 90s, and suddenly we are two kids from the prairies in Toronto. And it was a very different world then, even in Toronto.
When I went into law, I did actually think that law was a great way to make society better, to make the lives of individuals and collectively the world a better place. Law is a tool for good.
I knew very early on there was a connection between the two, societal change and law. So I certainly knew that to be a lawyer, there was a responsibility to also participate in your community and in society, and hopefully to lead and hopefully to bring about change. So this is before there was any charter protection, any human rights code protection anywhere in the country for sexual orientation or gender identity.
Martin Luther King once said that the arc of human history is long, but it bends towards justice. What that means is you gotta take the long road, and there are gonna be hiccups along the road. Brad and I didn't think that we would ever be able to legally be married, fully legally married ourselves in this country. And I would say that those of us who are lucky enough to have been in Canada at the right time and be able to lend our voices and our dollars towards the justice of equal marriage in Canada, we were beyond belief that happened.
We were part of a movement, and that led to equal benefits in the workplace. We both pushed our two firms to rewrite their policies to extend same-sex benefits, eventually same-sex parental leave. We pushed courts and we held fundraisers, and we were part of the fight for equal marriage.
There are now 38 countries in the world in our lifetime that you can be, you can, as a same-sex couple, be legally married in. That's fantastic. So I would hope that the next generation can look at us and look at the folks before us and say, okay, they did their part, now I got to do my part, and some of it might be to just simply shore up the gains that we have to date.